We live in a Chossy province.
CNS needs to clean up the choss.
CNS needs to clean up the choss. I could do 9 one-arm pull-ups at the time, but I couldn't climb this route.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Icebox session. My name is Sean Cassidy, and we are in conversation with Nova Scotia rock climbers. In some circles, today's guest is known simply as Armbender, but we know him as Will Sarty, or more recently as the president of Climb Nova Scotia. In this episode, we learn about Will's competitive arm wrestling career, as well as his favorite rock climbs, including a blow-by-blow description of the bouldering route we call Chameleon. He shares his stoke for training, getting in the zone, and the benefits that climbing can have on our mental health. We also get into the many ways that Climb Nova Scotia supports our climbing community. So put your helmets on and pull out your vinyl collections. The Icebox is now in session.
I think it's starting to come back where people want to get records and they want to sit down and listen to the whole album.
That's cool.
They're not rushing things.
Times are changing a bit, eh? Like it's like an even the technology stuff. I noticed there are groups that are like, no, I'm not on social media.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm on it. Yeah. I like the social media because, and I've been told I'm somewhat of an elitist in a negative way.
I have heard that actually. It was mentioned to me and I was like, I don't take it like that.
Yeah, I like it because I feel like I enjoyed a beautiful experience on a cliff, maybe in someplace new or a new route or something that not a lot of traffic is going on. And I like posting about it because it might inspire someone to go out to that and check it out and also appreciate something good. So inspiring or motivating someone to get out to something new.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Cool. I mean, I've always taken it as like you're sharing stuff you're stoked about.
Super stoked.
And that's part of the reason, like, as I was thinking about starting this podcast, historical names came to mind.
Yep.
Historical.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Old.
The old people. You're no spring chicken.
I'm no spring chicken.
But
no.
I was also inspired by like people that are stoked.
Yeah.
And I just got that vibe from you for the last couple of years. And I was keen to find out what you're all about because you're constantly posting shit.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, what a wonderful sport.
Dude. So let's start out. I'm curious about, I understand you're also known as Armbender.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about your whole arm wrestling career.
Actually, that's kind of what started my climbing journey was arm wrestling. So I was a professional arm wrestler for 23, 24 years.
So you've, like a little bit of research on your history, but you've had national titles, like a bunch of them.
15.
And 15 national wins. And worlds.
I went to the worlds 5 times. I've got 2 gold medals and a bronze. A bunch of 4th places. So 4th was just a great motivator to identify my weaknesses. And I was like, oh my God, I'm there. There's just one thing I'm missing. Like, what am I missing from this? And I used to train people across Canada, across the world. People would message me. I wrote a book on training for wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I not doing right? Or what could I do differently is more important. What can I do differently that's going to separate me from everyone else in the pack? Because everyone's training the same. And because it's a very unique niche sport. And I was on a military course, and Christian Hapgood from New Brunswick, he lives in Nova Scotia now.
That name. He's a climber, right?
He was a climber.
Yeah.
I think he's just starting to get back into it again. But he's like, hey, do you want to come check out indoor climbing with me at the base I think it was in Ontario. It was either Ontario or Quebec. They had a base wall, and I got on it and I was like, immediately, like halfway up the wall, I was exhausted. And I was like, what is this?
Right.
And it was
you're a strong motherfucker. And like,
so
why can't I do this?
I brought a lot to the table. I could do 9 one-arm pull-ups at the time. I could do 2-finger one-arm pull-ups and 1 finger, but I couldn't climb this route. I was gassing out.
Interesting.
It was crazy.
It reminds me of, like, I saw, what's that MMA guy? Georges St-Pierre.
Georges St-Pierre, yeah.
I saw a clip of him. He went to the climbing gym. Yeah. And he got totally soft.
Yeah.
And you're like, how is that possible?
He's so strong and so fit.
Okay. So good. Carry on. So you got introduced to this.
I got up this, I got down to the bottom. I'm like, this is now going to be my focus. I need to incorporate this somehow into my training.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So climbing was a means to an end. Climbing was training for me. It wasn't about climbing. It wasn't about the experience. It was a part of the gym. I was doing sets and reps I had it focused into my
Oh, in the climbing gym.
in the climbing gym.
Dude, this is so cool because we're talking, my whole like anti-training for climbing.
Yeah.
Climbing is training for climbing.
Is training.
And you're using that to
something
climb
else.
for arm wrestling.
And the
cool.
two sports really transitioned well. Like they really mirrored each other very well. I had very strong tendons. I had what I thought very strong hands. Like I used to do an hour and a half hand and wrist workout twice a week. So my hand and wrists were super strong.
Did the added finger strength from climbing, did that assist your arm wrestling in some way?
Absolutely. But in a way that is not normal to arm wrestling. So that's what climbing did for me in arm wrestling. It got me strong in areas where all arm wrestlers are weak. And that's where your wrist is kicked back. So climbing actually made me super strong with my wrist kicked back because that's your natural wrist placement. And by doing all these explosive moves, my fast twitch muscles developed very quickly. And then I became very strong in what normally is a weak position. Everyone I was facing felt confident when they set up to the table and they're like, yeah, I'm not going to change my position. I'm not going to change my strategy. I'm just going to go with this. This guy's an idiot. What's he doing?
Did you set them up purposely?
I would purposely set up with my wrist kicked back and they wouldn't do anything. And I would be able to top roll somebody from that position.
Okay.
And the first year that I started rock climbing, I went to the Worlds in Poland. That was 2013. And so indoor climbing. And
so you started climbing when? In 2012?
Indoors 2013. And I got on the podium. Everything is about counter moves in arm wrestling. It's like electricity, right? It goes where the least amount of resistance is. That's what arm wrestling is. So I'm up at the table and I'm feeling out, where are you not applying pressure? And I'm doing all of these counter moves.
Oh, that's super cool.
That person is also countering my counter moves until you get to like this happy medium where no one's happy, but you can go, right? And then it's on.
Dude, this is fascinating.
So it's super interesting. Arm wrestling, and then it transitioned so well into climbing.
That's the obvious question, because it seems like, man, climbing's not you don't have a dynamic opponent.
No.
Right? But from what I'm hearing is there's like a multi-dimensional understanding of the forces that are being applied or not engaging,
opposite and opposing forces, the being able to rest while you're actually at full strength or at full capacity.
Right.
How can I rest? Or how can I be on a climb?
Totally.
And find a position that's going to give me some rest.
Absolutely.
So that I can carry on and do the thing that I love.
That's a super important skill in climbing is being able to rest on a wall.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like something that I used a lot because I was kind of, I'm a slow climber. I'm getting a bit quicker. I'm seeing the value in climbing quicker, but I've traditionally been a slow climber, trying to figure it out on site, kind of tenacious, not wanting to fall. And that skill of finding those micro rests, even when you're engaged, it's that understanding of your body and all the muscles that are engaged.
Yep.
That's really neat. So let's back up. So you said you kind of stumbled into climbing and saw the benefits of using that as a training mechanism to amplify arm wrestling. And then somewhere along the lines you switched. Yeah. When did that happen?
I would say, I'm trying to think back when I started at the Dockyard Gym. The old Dockyard Gym.
Yeah.
It's still going, but it's not. Yeah. After COVID, it kind of like...
It got harder to
It got really hard for the people that actually started the organization to get back into doing it.
What?
So I used to, when I got back to Nova Scotia from out west when I was climbing, because I climbed at Craig X in Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful gym.
Yeah.
And I was climbing like 40 hours a week. I was on a course that I had already done. I was in the military, so I switched from a non-commissioned member to an officer.
Yeah.
So I had to go on this sailing course that I'd already done as a non-commissioned member. But because I didn't do it as an officer, I didn't have the check in the box. So I went in the first day and they're like, yeah, you don't need to be here. Come back for the exam.
You got the check.
I got the check. They're like, just come, you're here for 3 months. I was like, okay, just keep yourself busy. Come back for the exam. So I found Craig X and I climbed there 40 hours a week.
40 hours
Oh my God, it was amazing. And then when I came back to Nova Scotia, I found out that there was a gym on the base. Like Pete LePay. I used to climb with him, Curtis Rayner. Nathan Benjamin was there climbing.
Yeah.
And I climbed with those folks.
Ryan.
I think
DeRoche?
he was. Yeah. I may have ran into him. I didn't, from what I remember, meet Ryan until a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I think I climbed with him there.
I think he actually watched me my first time on Magister Ludi. I think it was like my second week out climbing ever outdoors.
Oh, nice.
And I got Magister on my second go.
Damn.
With Nate catching me. And that was the first time I met Ryan.
Okay,
so yeah, at the Dockyard Gym, and then obviously Seven Bays opened. So I used to just boulder for fun. Wasn't really using it for training. I retired. I had to retire from arm wrestling in 2015 after the Worlds in Malaysia. I had to retire because I was so injured. I couldn't drive right-handed. I couldn't open up a door. I couldn't do anything with side pressure. Like touching my face would bring tears to my eyes because I damaged my elbow so bad. And so did the whole Seven Bays stuff, and then I deployed for a year in Latvia, and then I got back spring of 2021. I bought a crash pad and put a post on rock climbing Facebook page. I was like, all right, I got a pad. I just need a partner. Anybody want to go out?
I always see you looking for partners. You're just so addicted.
My God, it's so hard. It's so hard.
It shouldn't be hard. Yeah, it shouldn't be this hard.
And Nathan Benjamin reached out to me, and he's like, I don't boulder, but I climb. So we went out on ropes.
Well, this is funny because I never hear of you bouldering.
Yeah, I've gone out to get the feel for it. Like I've gone to Corn and Bung, and I've done a couple G6s, and like even when we went to Dover, we did rope climbing at Dover.
Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes you got to do it.
But Nathan took me out. I think we went to Castle first for the morning, and then we went to probably, I think, the Spot right after. Like we drove to the second place and did two places in one day.
Oh, jeez.
And then I was hooked, like immediately. I was like, this is amazing.
Okay, so that was your first experience
That was my first experience outside.
And when was that?
Summer of 2021.
Okay.
And started doing some really cool stuff. First on-site was All the Rage, which was really cool. Yeah, cool. It was my first. Yeah, it was so good. And it was funny because Nate, like, he gave me a lot of really good tools, right? I really appreciate what he did for me. And I remember, like, he's like, okay, you're going to try to go for the on-site. Think about it. Think about the risks, the hazards. Nice. Approach it from the ground up. Tell me exactly what your plan is. Yeah. And then if your plan's going to change and do all the things. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I got up to the ledge. I'm like, nope, not doing any of that. Right. I'm switching this up completely. And then
in terms of the beta.
Yeah. And how I'm going to approach it. And then it really resonated with me how important down climbing is, right? Down climbing is such a useful tool to have.
People say that. Man, Peter Croft.
So good. Don't take the take. Don't do the fall. Just down climb into a position where you can rest, right? And once you learn where those rest spots are, you'll be like, all right, I know I had a really good rest spot there. I can down climb safely to that spot. I have
rarely down climbed, to be honest.
I do enjoy it. But yeah, I got All the Rage as my first on-site there. And for sport, and then Recognition was my first on-site for trad.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't like trad. Trad scared the shit of me. Still does. Like, it really scared me. But I was like, whatever. I'm going to still get a trad rack. I need to approach this holistically. I want to be at least knowledgeable at all aspects of climbing, whether it's bouldering, trad, sport, whatever. I want to have the whole thing, the whole package. And last year's when I really started to like trad. Like,
so you like trad now?
I love it. I was doing trad to get my sport climbs better. Okay. I wanted to be better at sport climbing.
So I was
using trad as my training tool because...
Why is that?
The ability to hand jam, finger locks.
You don't hand jam on a...
But to be able to learn how to do that opened up a lot of rest spots on sport climbs for me. So trad was teaching me where the rest spots were.
Oh, that's cool.
What am I looking for? What
cool.
can I use here that's going to develop my sport climbing better?
That's cool.
And it helped. It really did.
Yeah. It's like another tool, right?
Yeah. Just another tool. And I remember like finishing the season, I did like 30 laps on sleepwalking, my first season. And I'd always get right to the crux at the top and blow the last move. And I was like, oh my God. So the next year I was like, I really want to get sleepwalking. Really want to get that. So I would set like these goals for myself, these little project goals, which
They're
I find
great.
really fun. So
Motivating, right?
But yeah, so my second year, my first year I did like 75 routes, my first season out. Next year I was like, if I did 75 last year and I started late, maybe I can hit 100. So my goal this year is to hit 100 new climbs, red point on site, whatever. It's clean new routes. Haven't touched them before.
100.
Yeah.
That's great.
My 100th route, I tried to make Courage 11A at Castle. Blew it. It was not my 100th route. Blew it at the top. Took a major whip down, like really far, smashing in between the dehedral and the arete, and just bouncing all. It's terrifying.
I know this route.
Oh
I
my
hate
God.
that route. I hate that route. It's like a pinball through a cheese grater.
So I got really scared after that. And so I kept going with my routes. I kept going, and the ticks started getting higher. I was like, Jesus, I'm at 200 ticks now. 200 new routes in the season. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I can hit 250. I hit 250. I hit 249. I made Courage my 250. I was not climbing anything else until I got Courage. And I set out in the morning. It was super early. Temperatures, conditions were perfect. Texture was there. Friction was good. And I whipped in the same spot. I got down and it started to sprinkle.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is like December.
Perfect moisture content.
Yeah. So it was December. I was like, man, this is my last chance to be able to do this. So I went up again, just as it started to spit, and it was a little bit greasy, got the send. So Courage ended up being my 250th climb, and I wanted to break the 512 barrier. So I ended up getting 5 that year. And I thought sleepwalking was going to be my first one because I put so many laps on it. I had it memorized. Like in my sleep, I could do every single move. And it was funny because I went with Mikey and Ben Todd that year, the second year. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to go for it, but I'll hang the draws for you. I don't think I'm ready for sleepwalking. I'll hang the draws for you, and then you can go for it, Mikey. And I got it hanging the draws. 'Cause I wasn't even thinking about it. Like I took the pressure off myself, and
that works sometimes.
I hit flow state after the first crux.
Super
And it just felt super good. So then I started working on plastic thugs with Ben, which is another great route right beside it.
Man, this is exciting because there's so many new routes out there that I just haven't had projects for a long time.
But yeah, sleepwalking is definitely up there for classic for me.
Well, since we're on the topic, what are some of your other favorite routes in the province?
Ooh. Chameleon's going to come up there for sure. Not because of the grade, but because of the type of climb that it is.
Interesting.
It is so classic to Nova Scotia climbing.
That's crazy.
It's 3 boulder problems
stacked
in one, stacked.
Yeah.
With 2 really good rest spots between them.
Well,
3 different styles of climbing.
Totally.
Right? Like you have this blank initial start. And for me, it was an explosive dyno.
Yeah, I know. Some videos of you doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so
you have to. Yeah, I had to jump as well, but
what's her name? She was like your 4th.
Samantha?
Samantha. She got it the same year I got it, I think, or she got it the year before. She got it the season before.
Okay, yeah.
She doesn't dyno. Even when I met her at Main Face, she was like, I can't believe you're dynoing that. So when I got on it with Will Bland.
Yeah, she got it before Will.
She got it before Will, yeah. And Will definitely got it before me.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to get on Chameleon. I got on it once, and that's when I did a full rupture pulley on my A2.
On my
third
for
year.
that right hand crimp.
So me and Ben Todd worked on that for like 4 hours, almost 5 hours, just the middle section. And I could not get it.
That's a cool section.
It's so cool. Yeah. And then I went to the gym the next day, and I was just climbing just an easy route.
You're all worn out.
Yeah, full A2 pulley. So I was off for like 2 months before my Rumney trip. But Chameleon, very cool dyno first start, and then you're into this really awesome technical boulder, bite down,
beautiful
through this
white granite,
beautiful movement, right? That heel hook up to like this little crimp and that awesome side pull, and then it's done. Like you don't even care about the bolt. You're like, I got this.
Right.
And then you get up to this beautiful ledge where I joked about like having a jacket ready so I can warm up.
You can
put a lunch there. You can have a picnic.
Yeah.
And then you get onto this really exposed, very intricate slab at the top. And for me, it was just like, it was so many moves,
Yeah.
so many small little minuscule things that can either kick you off or keep you on. And it kind of reminded me of the start of Creme de la Creme, which is another one of my favorite classics. I love that climb.
Yeah. So the top of Chameleon, what would you grade that?
See, I don't know, because
it's so freaking weird.
it's so, and I find grades so very tough because it flowed. Like it flowed well.
Huh. When you find the
some routes that are around that don't have that flow, or you're forced to go in a certain way because that's the way the we'll call it the developer, the setter. That's the way the setter put the rocks. Right? And or that's the way they put the bolts to force you into this weird way.
Contrived. Sometimes
it's very contrived, and I would rate those harder. But Chameleon really flowed, and it allowed you to break down the sequences very easily, and you could work each boulder problem on their own.
Yeah. I'm so pleased to hear that you enjoy the route so much, and people seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, because I see a lot of traffic on it, and it's great.
I put that up years and years ago. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Mm-hmm. And I always felt a bit weird about it because it was 3 stacked boulder problems. Totally different in nature, which is kind of why I called it Chameleon. And I thought, well, it's not consistent. It's not really a route in my head. You know, I was like, this is just
that's interesting.
This is just a bundle of boulder problems. And I wasn't even sure if the grade was right.
Okay.
Know? So I'm so glad people are climbing.
From what I've climbed last year, I think I did 10 512s and then the 13, and I think it's graded properly. And it was so good because my son got to belay me on it. So like all of my big, like any belay me on Transformer, which I got like the next month after Chameleon.
Very cool.
And that's like my favorite journey this year is experiencing this with my son.
Tell me about that. It sort of seems like it's brought you closer together.
Big time, yeah. Like I remember his first outdoor climb was Blueberry Express. So like when you talk about climbs that are in my top favorites, I love Blueberry Express because that was his first outdoor climb.
Where's that again?
That's at Gibraltar. That's that super long 5.
Oh yeah,
7, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Super long one. That was his first outdoor climb.
Well, you said yesterday we were going to meet up yesterday to
and we went to
a podcast, but your son called you and said, "Dad, I want to go climbing." So you're like, "Screw the podcast."
Yeah, I don't like saying what 19-year-old kid wants to hang out with their dad.
Oh, that's
right.
wonderful.
I will absolutely drop everything I'm doing if he wants to go for a climb.
Super cool. What's your son's name?
Bryston. Yeah.
Okay, that's before we leave the theme, like other favorite routes, because what's cool is like you're so addicted and stoked. You're checking out all the crags we have.
Yeah.
Like I saw you were down at the zoo, which is a remote kind of weird place to go to.
I'm telling you, man, that is an adventure and a half. So I actually wrote down a list of things that I really, because I didn't want to miss any, but Transformers up there.
Yeah.
Battle Slam, so good.
Battle Slam, okay.
That is so good. I love that opening move.
Really?
And then you're flying through the middle, and then there's just like this precarious toe to get up.
Is it 530? That's the one Therian put up. You thought
512B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 512B.
Yeah, sure.
I would say that's accurate. Sins, love Sins.
So good.
I think it is harder than 11D. I would almost switch Maya with Sins, but everyone says if Maya's a true 12A, which I think it is, I think Sins is probably 12AB.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard. It's pumpy. Yeah, it's very specific. I have to do very different beta. Some people go to the left, right in the 45 dehedral, we'll call it, and go up that way. I skip that. I can't reach it. I'm straight up the crack.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do this rollover high hand foot match, and then
you're talking about that crux, the first crux.
The first crux, yeah.
And so on that route, so Henry Morrow, I interviewed him last month or whatever.
Yeah.
So he had a question for you. He said, "Do you resent people that are taller in terms of their ability to climb sins and transgressions?" Because I know a lot of, like, how tall are you?
I'm only 5'6".
5'6".
Yeah.
And I know that route is quite challenging for
tough.
Someone that's 5'6".
Yeah.
I'm 5'8", and I can get through it.
First clip, yeah, no problem. Second clip is super tough, very reachy.
Oh.
And I still find I'm working in equities right now. I got on it once.
You're right. That's the Sean Smith route that peels off to the right.
It does, yeah. And I would say it's a little bit harder than Sins. It is a beautiful line. It is so good.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
But for me, the crux is still the beginning. of sins that start move to get to the second bolt because of the reach. So
right.
To answer Henry's question, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I don't mind being a short climber because it definitely opens up chimneys in a better way for me in some cases.
Okay.
It allows me to get into tight, compact boxes to rest. Drop knees and downturn stuff are always in my toolbox.
Are you flexible?
I'm very flexible. I try to do yoga almost every day.
Right.
That's part of my training.
That's bad for you.
It's bad.
I'm kidding.
But that's part of my training is supplementary stuff that people would just normally do is mindfulness or rehab. Like a lot of rehab stuff.
I like that.
A lot of rehab stuff is my actual training. It's going to maintain my body a lot longer than going and doing big heavy reps. Like I do a rice bucket workout. I have a rice bucket full. It's got 10 or 15 kilos of rice in it. And there's 10 exercises that I do. And when you first start out, it's all time.
Is this something you would have done for arm wrestling too?
Something I did for arm wrestling. So it helps with the pump factor. How can I recover between sets?
That reduces your pump?
Yeah, because it takes your pump to a certain extreme. So you're doing the workout for exactly 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then you have 30 seconds off before you go back in for the next minute.
Okay.
And you do this 10 times.
Okay. So you get
10 different exercises.
Super
pumped, and you have 30 seconds to recover.
Oh, interesting.
So I have a 30-second rest. So I can find 30-second rest on a climb. Yeah. Okay. I know I can shake this out. I know that I still have this in my tank.
I need a bucket of rice in the Icebox.
I almost brought it to see if you would try it.
I've heard about this for years, but I never
I found it on ironmine.com. It was an old rock climbing website that I found. And I stumbled upon it looking for...
I think it's good for recovery of
finger injuries. It's good for recovery, your
stuff,
extensors. So it's all extensor work. And
I'm going to do that.
Normally, I'll send you the workout. I've got a PDF of it.
Yeah.
But yoga...
do you do hangboards and stuff? Like, what do you...
I did. I used to hangboard a lot. I don't enjoy it. Now I do whatever you call you just have the wooden handle and you pick up the weights, with the pin on it.
Okay.
Whatever you call that. I do that probably 2 or 3 times a week. Takes about 15 minutes. I need to do something every single day physically for me to feel healthy. If I miss a day or if I miss 2 or 3 days, I really notice it in my mind and my body and how my stress levels and all that stuff. I need something physical in my life. And so if I can't get out climbing, then I'm going to be doing something in my gym. I have a gym at my house. So I can do some...
Not a climbing gym, but a workout gym.
Just a workout gym, yeah. So I've got a squat rack and full dumbbell set, and I got a row machine stuff. So I'll do some rows, or I'll do some lock-off training. I really see the benefit in lock-off training. Just getting up to the chin-up bar, hit the top, rest for 5, or pause for 5, go all the way down, go to the top, come at 90, pause for 5, go down, go up again for 45, and do that, and then just go to failure. It allows me to get into a position where I'm going to clip or place a piece of gear, and I can hold on one-handed and not panic.
I like the sounds of these workouts. These seem more applicable than doing squats or something. I try to pick
something that's really going to apply for me outdoors. I don't care about the indoor stuff. Even when I was moonboarding, I loved moonboarding, especially the 2019. I think it is, or 2021, whatever one is at the Dartmouth location, the newest one with the wooden holds. I find that one, for me, my height-wise, allows me to hit my dead point. And it really exposed how shitty my footwork was, especially when I started training at the Gottingen one. And that's why I used to videotape all of my climbs. Was to really dial in, okay, I thought I did this with my foot, and I look and I'm it's just, I could see air between my toe and the hold. I was not precisely on it. I wasn't applying pressure. And once I learned how to apply pressure with my toes like I would my hands, then my climbing got better. It got more consistent. I was able to...
Which you can get from yoga, right? I feel applying pressure in all those different places at the same time is yoga. Being flexible
and having proper blood flow to those areas and have that elasticity of your tendons and knowing your body well can allow you to get through some of these cruxes.
So all these complementary skills that can add to your climbing toolbox again.
Toolbox, just as much as you could throw in that toolbox. And then when you need it, it's there. I don't think enough people, or maybe they're doing it, I just don't see it, but there's a lack of soft skill training for stuff, I think, in the community. And I think with CNS now, and I think we might get to that later,
For sure.
we might try to introduce some of that soft skill learning back into the community.
Yeah. So by soft skills, you're talking about the
Cleaning anchors,
and systems,
setting, just understanding risk, approaching a climb. Like, what are you thinking about? Just a little bit of the ethics of climbing, because, like, it's critical to not lose any more cliffs than we have already lost. We lost Troke Cove last year, which was devastating to me. That was my favorite. I really enjoyed it. I hate that crag is gone.
It's right. So your point is like, and let's get into it now though. So you took on the role of president of Climb Nova Scotia, I think about a year ago.
No, 7 months. I'm 7 months in now.
7 months. That's it. Eh? Oh yeah, right. Last fall you got into it.
That's right. I took it on because it was something very important that was not filled. It's really important for the community, I think, to have that position filled and have somebody passionate about it. And I think an outdoor climber is key to be in that position. No offense to gym climbers, like none at all.
Well, yeah.
But I think it, like,
none taken.
Yeah. I'm still so new into the community. Like 4 years, 5 years is nothing really. I didn't know what to expect. I knew there was a lot of work to be done, like behind the scenes. It was a monster to me. It seemed like a monster. I need to make sure everyone's on the same page with CNS. We understand that this is this, and we are on the same page, and we're looking to move forward with this, and this is the vision. And this is the priorities and all this stuff.
This is your vision or the group's vision?
The board's vision for sure. Yeah. I have a vision. Like I have things that I would like to accomplish and things that we've put into play already that have, to me, made a big impact on how we collaborate with Sport Nova Scotia, because they're obviously our funding stream right now. Yep. We've built our website back up to be credible. Have some stuff on there. We're still working on it. We're still building on it, and get things on there that are important to new people getting out, because there's a lot of new people getting out to the crags, right?
New people. Yeah,
we're going to do an ethics clinic with East Peak coming up soon, I think in July. So it's going to be just a free fireside chat about how you should approach a cliff, how important these are to us, the leave no trace, the noise volume, things like that. Because these are things that really messed us up for Troke Cove. We don't want to see a rehash of this. We have to build these relationships with people, and we're reliant on the owner to have this relationship and understand our ethic behind climbing, understand their liability or their lack of liability for climbing.
Exactly.
And I think liability,
that's a concern
really,
for sure.
Right? That really sparks concern with new people into climbing because they don't know anything about climbing.
Yeah.
So you have
We have a lot of cliffs on private land.
First Face is on one. So Mick, I know, has a really strong relationship with the owner there. So that's
Steiners
fantastic.
have been great to us over the years.
Yeah. So it's important that we make sure that these new folks that are going out straight from the gym to the crag understand these things and understand the importance of it. Don't take your stereo out there. Not a lot of people like pets at the cliff, right? There is a happy medium there. A lot of people like to take their dogs out. Some climbers don't like that. I don't mind. I love it. I love animals.
Right.
But some people don't, because the dogs might get around the belayer, they might get around the ropes, and they're screwing them up. And
I remember being in a cliff, and this freaking couple, they had a dog, and the dog's name was Rock.
Okay.
So they'd be screaming Rock. They'd be screaming Rock.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I think that was in...
That's awful.
The new. I think it was down in the new.
Okay. So we're really trying to... We've really locked in our administrative stuff. We're updating the bylaws and doing the full first review since 2000, year 2000. So we're going to make sure that that's a really nice polished document. And we're really looking to do like these small community events. Like we started one with Legacy Walls in May. That was wonderful. It was really good.
How many routes are there? Because Henry was like...
56. There's 56 routes there right now. I'm going to try to get up with Cole and put 2 routes up with him, because as soon as I seen them, I was like, wow, that's a beautiful line. Nice. And I seen his face light up.
Yeah.
And it was really great to experience that with Cole. He's a really cool kid.
Nice. Cole
really
Hayes.
jazzed about life, really jazzed about climbing.
He's super positive.
Super positive. Yeah, he's got a really good vibe.
I can't wait to check those.
Love climbing with him.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're at with CNS. We're really just trying to be credible with Sport Nova Scotia, like really show that we're a structured, organized sport organization. We obviously have 2 streams now.
Yeah, you were telling me about that at the AGM, which
PRO, which is the outdoor recreational side.
Okay.
And then we've got PSO, the provincial sport organization.
Okay.
That's the indoor competitive side, right? And
it's become a thing, right?
It's become a thing.
Years,
yeah, it's kind of migrated into CNS. No longer is just about access and development, right? It's absolutely the top tier pillar of what we stand for is maintaining access and development. That competitive side, it's a very important side, especially with Canada Games coming up next year. There's things that we have to do as an organization to make sure that they are eligible to be able to compete, right? And if we don't do that, if we don't step up and do these things, we fail on the athlete side. We fail them because they can no longer compete. We as the organization failed them. So we need to step up, even though they are a minute part of the financial structure from Sport Nova Scotia. They just haven't built their credibility yet.
Yeah.
We've built our credibility, and right now we get on average $10,000 to $12,000 a year to try to do the things that all those things that we're doing, whether it's development or if it's events like Boulderfest or Icefest, things like that. And now the PSO side is kind of the child of CNS. And they need to build their own credibility, and they need to build their own policies and procedures.
Mm-hmm. So might that become a separate entity?
So, and I had that question with Sport Nova Scotia when I first took this role on. And once they reach a certain credible foundation, then we could look at, like, once they're good with their financials, because they only get $2,000 a year.
Okay.
They need a lot of money to be able to train their coaches, to be able to send them to
and
location.
A lot of effort, man. Like all this, all this volunteer work that you're doing in the board. Like, thank you to you and that crew. Like, there's so much to do. And you mentioned, establishing or reestablishing credibility with Sport Nova Scotia to kind of like re-strengthen that relationship. I feel like there's always been a gap between the climbing community and this organizing body. And I think it's important to have credibility there.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. That was actually one of my first mandates. And one of my first things when I joined the board was I want to be clear. I want to be transparent, and I want to tell the community everything that we're doing so that they know we're here for them.
We need to see the value.
Right?
We need to see the value.
Yeah, you need to see the value. You need to see the value of membership. What does that mean when I have a membership? What does that get me? It's $40 a year. It's minimal. Like I said, you pay for a membership at Martok. It's $350 for a year. You're going out here and you're climbing for free every day that you want. Yeah. But somebody put those bolts in those routes. Somebody
give us the high level bullet points of what value do members get from the organization
right now? Access. It doesn't give you access. Like, we're not going to restrict you from climbing in certain areas if you don't have a membership. That was one of the ideas for Trout Cove, was maybe only members can go there and we can police it that way. Or the glove wall, maybe we can talk to the people and maybe glove wall does turn into a membership only phase. But access, it ties into access and it ties into development. People need to put bolts into these rocks. They need to make sure that the anchors are safe, maintenance of them, maintenance of the trails,
hardware costs.
Yeah, hardware costs, all of the tools that go into it, even just our website, like the cost of running our website, running our communications team, putting out social media posts, exposing people to new things. Just all of those things kind of tie into what a membership is, and it allows the community to give something back, right? The money goes directly back into the community. Like for Legacy Walls, we were able to fully support phase 1 of development for Legacy Walls. And hopefully we'll be able to assist Chris and Cole with phase 2.
And all the efforts, hopefully, at main phase as well.
So we're going to do a clean and climb. I just announced it this morning. We're going to do a clean and climb at main face.
Great.
We're going to focus on a few areas. So I was talking to Adam over the past week on what areas we want to focus on. So that is also, like, you don't have to be a member to come out and support. Like, obviously, more hands, the better. But being able to contribute to that will allow us to give money in a priority basis to the folks that are actually doing the business behind the scenes.
What do we do for boulders?
So predominantly the cleaning climbs were for boulder areas only. So now I want to do 2. I want to do one specifically for rope climbing and then do one for bouldering. But we still do the clean and climb for them. And
is there a weekly bouldering series?
So they still do the Thursday night bouldering. Nice. The liability is a big thing. The insurance, right? The insurance is like $4,600 a year.
Oh, wow.
For basic board liability insurance, right? And
that covers those kind of events or no?
So you have to be a member. You need to be a member to go. So that's why I made a post that if we're going to have an organized event, you need to be a member. It's mandatory. Also, it's helmet mandatory also.
To boulder?
So that's a question. It just says to climb. I'm not making a boulder or put a helmet on. Oh my God, I'll be fucking running to Nova Scotia. Right? But I'm an advocate, a big advocate for helmets on the cliff.
Sure.
If I'm doing a buddy check for somebody that I'm belaying, if they don't have a helmet on, I'm calling them out every single time. Even though I know that you don't want to wear a helmet, I'm still calling you out on it.
Most people wear helmets these days. I mean, I never did. We never did back in the day.
Even when they're trying to red point a project, I'm seeing a lot of people without helmets on. And it's crazy. It's crazy how quick something can change.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? We live in a Chossy province for
what are you saying?
For a lot of our climbs. And if they don't get traffic,
CNS needs to clean up the Choss.
CNS needs to clean up the Choss. But if some of these areas don't get traffic, like it gets dirty quickly.
Yeah. But in terms of those events and requiring membership, that's not a bad ask. I mean, whether they're going to get their $40 back on going to a few bouldering nights. Yeah. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe that's worth it directly to someone. But beyond that, it's the supporting, development of a community, network, and access and safety and education and all that stuff. Yeah, so I think it's great. So Boulderfest is back on again.
Boulderfest is back on,
which is
sweet.
100% on. What's the date?
So it's going to be the first long weekend in August.
Okay.
Obviously, there's going to be a primary day and a weather day.
Yeah.
But it will be on. There's a lot of moving parts for Boulderfest.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I didn't like how it was, we'll say, not communicated out to the community quick enough that Boulderfest was off the 1 year.
For sure, yeah.
There was a lot of moving parts, and each moving part is linked to the other. As soon as you pull one, the dominoes just go. And if we can create events that aren't as restricted to these parts that are all linked together, then maybe the event could have still went on. Maybe. One factor we're looking at is maybe we don't do food at Boulderfest this year. It'll drive the cost down significantly. Right? It'll save almost $2,000 plus all the equipment that it requires to take out and all of it.
It's part of the fun though. It
is part of the fun, but
you're not going to take away kegs of beer, right? But that's still a thing.
But it is on the idea chopping board. Do we take away
with the goal of minimizing cost,
minimizing the ticket price, minimizing the amount of moving parts that it takes to get.
But the cost, I don't feel like the cost has been prohibitive. Like, it's such a popular thing.
It is a popular, and
people aren't paying,
you're maximized to 100.
If the ticket cost for food drops by $15, well, people are still going to spend $15 on their own food. Yeah. So there's no difference.
Right, but there's a lot of moving parts for CNS and the volunteer side. And,
and that's that. Yeah,
it's volunteers, because a lot of the equipment is no longer there. Right. Some of it has just been unserviceable and not been replaced.
Are we talking about porta potties?
Stoves and porta potties are gone.
I know.
So we got to work on that. At least I got volunteers to clean the non-existent porta potties right now. I got volunteers.
Okay.
But Yeah, so Boulderfest will go.
Awesome.
Whether or not it is the traditional one that we've seen in the past, where it's a full massive event, I think just getting, and we've proven it over time. Like even Nathan's main face rendezvous events, which aren't CNS related, they have great turnout. They have great responses back, great experiences from the people that you talk to when they go to them. I did one to Kamouraska last year or the year before, and really all of those things proved that you just need a date on the calendar,
right?
And people will go to it. They're just like, yeah, awesome.
There's a lot of people.
They're going to circle that calendar and be like, okay, awesome. There's an event there. Totally. I'm going to go do that thing. They don't need all of the things that go with that.
Right.
Everyone's an adult.
Right.
Everyone's an adult. They can take care of themselves. Everyone goes camping.
I see what you're saying.
You just throw a dart on a calendar, and you're just creating a social opportunity for people to get together and share a passion. And I love that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you taking on this mantle and all the board that's behind it.
They're working really hard.
It's a ton of work, but there feels like there's some positive energy out there right now. You know,
there's some momentum.
There's some momentum that's being built within the community at large.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the gyms that are operating in the Granite guides, Climb Nova Scotia, and Legacy Walls, and Adam's work at Main Face. There's a lot going on, and there's a podcast happening.
There's
now.
a podcast.
I don't know if
I've heard of
thing.
it. Yeah. There's a podcast,
and thanks to
thank
CNS
you for
helping that.
It's been really educational. It's been really fun.
It's been fun for me too.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love to hear. I think Rich's is still my favorite podcast. Yeah, I just love his style. I love who he is as a person.
Yeah,
he's a great climber. He's a great person. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Rich.
Well, we've got such a diverse community.
Yeah,
it's been really fun for me to get to know people, and there's different styles, different approaches.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, let's jump back, because you were talking. You had a list of your favorite routes.
Yeah,
and I think we stalled out on like route number 2 or 3.
Route 2. Yeah, let me bring this up. Speaking of Rich, Arret Acadien. Where's that
Gibraltar. Rich
put that up last year. It is stellar.
Awesome.
It is so good.
Awesome.
Quality climb. It is very balancy. There's very definite cruxes throughout it. It's crimpy. It has beautiful movement on great quality rock. I love it.
Wonderful.
It's absolutely classic.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Creme de la Crimp I talked about.
Yeah,
Adam's new route, Joy Squirts, which is not 11C. I'll tell you that right now. It's not 11B either.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a true 11D. I think it is a beautiful line. I think people need to get on this route.
Awesome. Shout out to Joy Squirts.
Yeah, shout out to Joy Squirts. Between the Evolution at Cape Clear, 10D, it's either 10D or 11D. I don't remember. Trad route mixed. Cape Clear on the head wall.
Oh, Greg will bolt that
Beautiful line. So that's up there for me. Heavy Petter.
Heavy Petter, nice.
That is so good.
It is good.
Like, for me,
that's another Becky Craig, Jonathan Graham.
Take the grades. If it flows, if you can get it in a flow state on a climb, that is beautiful. Heavy Petter is like, I think, a 5.7 or a 5.8. And it's at
it was 5.9.
It may be. I think there's a bolt in there. It's at Columbus.
Just to make it easy.
It's really good. I absolutely encourage people to get on that.
Yeah, that's a nice
anything
one.
On the keyhole wall is so good. 1492.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Origins of Life. Like, these are all just stellar climbs. I love Columbus. I think it's a beautiful place to go. Oh yeah, Heavy Petter's up there.
Heavy Petter.
Yep, very good.
Just let me find. I'm almost there. What the fuck is that?
Probably in the 200 pages.
53. I have a hard time reading the Skybook, to be honest. That was. Oh, I was involved in that.
Nice.
Jonathan Graham, Becky Craig, Dave Blanchard, and
take it off my list then.
Cassidy.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. 3 stars, 5.9.
Yeah. And then, so I'd say those are my classics. My projects this year is probably going to be, I'd like to get inequities.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Well, I my ribs are recovering.
Yeah,
now,
I would definitely work that with you.
I need a rice bucket.
You need a rice bucket.
I need to get trained up just a little bit. Yeah, and I would love to get on that with you.
Courage.
No, I don't know about courage.
I'd like to get rid of Stop the Screaming from my book. That's that.
What's that?
I think it was originally called the Potato Project at Castle.
Okay, I haven't
It's to the
climbed
left of Battle
castle much.
Slam. So you've got Golden Egg, Battle Slam, and then right around the corner, there's this shit line that goes up on 3 bolts.
Oh god,
It's a Therian route. And
Therian doesn't put up shit roots, does he? Does he?
I don't know. I like, and we're obviously working. I like being on a route, knowing the person that put this route up, like getting that feel. And you'll get a sense for that when you climb at Legacy. Once you start climbing 3 or 4 of the routes, you're like, okay, I know who Cole is as a person type thing.
Oh,
like I really get a feel for how he's seeing this route.
I can't wait to try those. You like to set goals. I know that.
Yeah.
But I've never done this fully, but it would be a cool project for anybody to pick a developer.
Mm-hmm. And climb all the routes.
Do all the Willet routes in a season.
That's interesting.
Do all the Therian routes.
I like that.
Do all the Benjamin routes.
That's kind of cool. I don't want to do all the Benjamin routes. It's too hard.
You would see out there.
He's crushing right now.
He's
crushing.
Yeah, quietly crushing.
But yeah, I like those goals. I had one goal to do all the sport routes at the spot in one day. That was such a fun day.
How many routes is that?
So there is 27 sport routes.
Okay.
And you have to climb one trad route to get to the top to do Temptation to get you 28 full routes in one day.
Did you record your time? That could be one of these.
9 hours, 50 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
9:50.
Nice. You talked about your time in the military.
Yeah.
And we touched on this a little bit before we started rolling. And tell me if you don't want to talk about it. But
sure.
I'm thinking of climbing and how it can benefit mental health. And you really, went through some stuff.
That's a really good. So I'm obviously retired. This is why I have so much. A lot of people, how do you get out so often? How do you do 250 routes?
And you're not that old. You're 46.
I'm 46. Yeah. I'm no longer working. I last year was diagnosed with severe PTSD, major depressive disorder. And that was for my time in Afghanistan in 2007. So long time. Dealt with that internally.
And that was kind of buried.
That was buried
for a
deep.
while.
Yeah. And went through some stuff a few years ago that kind of triggered it really bad and ended up not in a good spot. So climbing actually, ironically, going up, keeps me grounded because you get into this flow state. You get into this, I like when I'm on a climb and I can hear my breath and I can hear my heart beating and you're in the moment and you're very present. And I love that. Whether it's on a 5.6, whether it's on a 5.12, I don't care what it is. But when you hit that moment in the climb where you're like, I am so present right now, nothing's going to take me off this climb. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that keeps me focused. That keeps me grounded. It keeps me motivated to keep training, to get down into the basement, to get on the row machine, to make myself more fit, to be able to challenge maybe not more difficult climbs, but just get out there more frequently. Like I want to be able to climb 5 days a week outside. Well, how do you do that? How do you maintain that at 46 years old? Greg inspires me every day. He's out there every day doing stuff and he's cleaning and he's developing and then he's getting his climbing in between, right? Yeah. He does so much for both the New Brunswick and the Nova Scotia
and the Mexican
community. He's part Mexican now.
I know.
And just love the guy. I love the attitude and that's something I would like to portray with my climbing. Me inspiring others by posting different climbs and different areas that I'm going to and different people that I'm with and sharing it with my son. And like, these are things that you put in your memory bank, right? And they just really solidify who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And so climbing, it gives me something to focus on outside of the military, outside of my therapy and my... Does
that just kind of mask stuff or does it help heal in
helps heal. Yeah, it really does. Because the negative self-worth, the negative self-talk, that all comes into this. And if I'm able to get out of my house, go to very much an introvert.
You wouldn't know it.
Not a lot of people know that, but I'm very scared about big crowds and
but you take those risks.
I take those risks, in those right? Because I love this sport. And I call it a sport, but I love this experience. It's an experience. And it calms me. It takes me out of my comfort zone every single time I go to a cliff. Climbing doesn't define me, nor does my PTSD. The climbing helps me get through the PTSD. It helps me get through those things that are saying you're not good enough. You're broken. And that's a lot of PTSD is you feel very broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Climbing is helping me to manage PTSD.
That's awesome. You must be happy that that's in your life.
It's important for me. Yeah, very much. So climbing is really important to me. It's important to challenge my body, whether it is in climbing or in arm wrestling or in weightlifting or anything. I need to be physically fit. I need to keep challenging myself so that I don't become stagnant. I don't become old. I don't want to become old. I welcome aging, but I don't want to feel old. Right?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I welcome aging. Yeah. I want to be seasoned.
Well seasoned. But not old.
Yeah, but not old.
I like it, man. Yeah, that's a good goal. So, I guess in closing, what are you looking forward to?
I obviously want to climb everything. I'd love to see more community getting to events, sharing experiences, posting about them, like go to new places, experience everything you can, because we've got a beautiful province to climb in. And just love it. Just enjoy it. Appreciate what you have right now.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming in and doing this with me.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it too. So, yeah. What a sport.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Thanks so much, Armbender. And thanks to you and the Climb Nova Scotia board for all of your hard work to support our community. And as always, big shout out to Seven Bays Bouldering, East Peak Climbing, and Unfiltered Brewing for supporting the podcast. If you want to learn more, please check out iceboxsessions.ca. We'll catch you all later. Arm wrestling seems very underground to me.
Exactly, yeah.
But I guess so does climbing.
And now you think of...
But everybody I know climbs.
Yeah, everyone I know arm wrestles. I've actually had people... I will do a shout out to Peter McVeigh for the first time in any of the podcasts. I was actually half expecting him to be hiding it under one of your crash pads.
He's been trying to get in here. Yeah. I changed the locks, actually.
He's a shady guy.